Hi there, John, your instructor again, and it's time for us to talk a little history. Why, you say, should we discuss history? Well, it turns out that when you read the Bible, you're reading real stories about real people who actually lived. The stuff in the Bible does not cover fables and such. These people actually did live. And one of the biggest problems we have when we start discussing the New Testament comes from an either ignorance at best or a misunderstanding at worst of what happened in the period between Malachi and Matthew. I have here a Bible. This Bible and I have a very long history. I used this Bible while I was earning my Master's of Divinity degree, and you can see that it's rather well used. But I want to turn to this page right here, which is page 971 in this Bible. And here's what I want to show you. This is the book of Malachi. It's ending. This page right here tells me that I'm starting the New Testament. And then when I turn that page, I'm in the Gospel of St. Matthew. Here's the problem. Do you see this page right here? This page represents at least 400 years of history. Now I want to point out to you that this one page covers more history than the United States of America has as a nation. Even if we go back and we claim the founding of Jamestown as the beginning of our nation in 1607, we still have only almost covered the amount of history covered by this one page. It's very important that you understand the material in this module. For instance, when Malachi closes, the Persians are running everything in the East, and everyone speaks Aramaic, and everyone's writing Aramaic. When you flip over to the Gospel of St. Matthew, everyone speaks and understands Greek. The Romans run the Mediterranean world and ruthlessly suppress anyone who gets any other ideas. And on the other hand, the Romans have brought peace to the area. What happened in between? What happened between the Persians and the Romans? Why does everyone speak Greek? You go back in Malachi's time, there are no Pharisees. You flip to the New Testament and you see Pharisees in all four of the Gospels. And then you see the foremost Pharisee, a man named Saul, who becomes Christianity's greatest missionary. Where did he come from? Why is it important that he's a Pharisee? Why do the Pharisees seem to antagonize Jesus so badly? You need to know this to understand the events in the New Testament. The material you're about to cover will help you to understand how all of that happened. And once you understand something about how this happened, then you begin to understand better why the events in the New Testament happened as they did. You will also begin to understand how important it is that Jesus did not follow the typical Pharisaic line. It's incredibly important that you understand that line to understand Saul and to understand the magnitude of the transformation he underwent to go from Saul the Pharisee to St. Paul the Apostle. Now, I love history, and I think that history answers a lot of the questions that people sometimes encounter in the study of the New Testament and, well, also the Old Testament. But I hope that as you go through this material, you will begin to understand better the context of the New Testament. Remember, real people, real lives, living in a time very different from our own. But it's very important you understand the time in which they live so that their teachings can help you understand better the context in which we live. So, enjoy the material, and as always, contact me immediately if you have any questions.